To understand a person, do not rush to hear their answers. Slow down and observe the thoughts behind their words, because truth lives in the pause between what is said and what is meant. A mind reveals itself not through loud opinions, but through the quiet consistency of its values, choices, and the way it treats others when no reward is promised. If you wish to read someone clearly, ask them what they seek in life, for desire is the map that quietly guides every decision they make. People may hide their intentions, but they rarely hide their habits, because habits are thoughts that have learned how to repeat themselves. True intelligence is not the ability to impress others with knowledge, but the discipline to think deeply without needing approval. When you ask someone what they fear about the future, listen closely, because fear often speaks the language of unfinished self-understanding. A person's character is never defined by what they display in public, but by what they practice in private when no one is watching. The mind grows sharp in silence, where distractions fade and thoughts finally have space to reveal their true shape. Those who chase comfort rarely discover truth, while those who question discomfort often uncover wisdom. To see the depth of a soul, ask not about success, but about the struggles they chose not to abandon. Human behavior is a reflection of inner order or inner chaos, and both are revealed by the questions a person avoids. A thoughtful question can expose more truth than 1,000 clever answers, because questions invite honesty where statements invite defense. When someone speaks of what they value, they are quietly confessing what they will fight for, sacrifice for, or eventually lose themselves for. The future does not intimidate those who understand themselves, because clarity removes fear from the unknown. A disciplined mind creates freedom, while an undisciplined mind becomes a prisoner of impulse. People often reveal their true intelligence not by what they know, but by how patiently they listen to what they do not yet understand. The measure of wisdom is not how fast you speak, but how deeply you think before speaking. Those who spend time alone learning to understand their thoughts gain an advantage that no crowd can ever provide. A person who understands silence will never be confused by noise, opinions, or unnecessary approval. Character is shaped in moments without witnesses, where choices are made purely between conscience and temptation. The most powerful truths are rarely shouted. They are whispered to those patient enough to listen. When you understand what someone fears losing, you begin to understand how they make decisions. A curious mind remains young, while a closed mind ages faster than the body. To ask meaningful questions is to respect intelligence, both in yourself and in others. People who fear being alone often fear facing their own thoughts, for solitude reveals what distraction tries to hide. The future belongs to those who invest their time wisely while others are distracted by momentary comfort. True understanding requires observation without judgment and curiosity without ego. Knowledge becomes wisdom only when guided by humility and patience. A person's lifestyle is the autobiography of their priorities, written without words. When someone values learning over being right, growth becomes inevitable. Fear is not the enemy of progress. Misunderstanding oneself is. Those who master their inner world remain unshaken by chaos in the outer world. The mind reaches its highest clarity when it learns to rest from noise and focus on meaning. People reveal who they are through patterns, not promises. A thoughtful life is not rushed because understanding requires time to mature. Those who seek truth accept discomfort as a necessary teacher. Self-awareness is the rare skill that turns questions into lifelong wisdom. The strongest minds are built through reflection, not reaction. When you listen without interrupting, people unknowingly reveal their real selves. A meaningful question can open doors that forceful opinions never could. The future rewards those who learn in silence, while others compete for attention. True progress begins when one learns to observe without the need to judge. A disciplined life is not restrictive. It is the foundation of freedom. Those who understand their values never feel lost, even in uncertain times. To think deeply is to live intentionally, and to live intentionally is to shape one's destiny. Silence is not emptiness. It is the space where understanding grows. A person's inner world quietly shapes the reality they eventually experience. To truly understand someone, listen to what they repeat when they think no one is paying attention, because repetition reveals belief. A quiet mind sees clearly, while a noisy mind mistakes motion for progress. People often reveal their future through the choices they make today, long before they ever speak about their dreams. The way a person responds to silence tells you more than how they perform in conversation. Those who master patience gain access to truths that impatience will never discover. A thoughtful question has the power to uncover intentions that clever words try to hide. Discipline is the invisible structure that allows creativity and freedom to exist. When comfort becomes the goal, growth quietly stops. A person's inner order determines how they respond to chaos around them. Understanding others begins with the courage to observe without the need to control.